好，我是胡婉玲，欢迎再次收看新闻观测站。那么这星期的520总统就职大典呢，不仅是我们的国家大事，也是世界瞩目的焦点，让台湾跃上了国际的舞台版面。那么为了这个历史性时刻呢，世界各国都派出了贵宾来参与，可以说是冠盖云集。不论是邦交国、无邦交国，是官方或非官方，都有重要的人士参与。其中，美国前国务卿庞培欧也来到台湾，可以说是此行当中最受瞩目的焦点人物之一。那么，在这川普政府时代呢，庞培欧可以说是非常著名的抗中急先锋，也是美国史上最挺台的国务卿。他任内推动美台关系贡献卓著。庞培欧在卸任之后呢，曾经在2022年连续来台2次。那么这一次是第3次来到台湾，以个人的名义来参加赖总统的就职典礼，而且举办他的新书签名会。尽管他停留时间很短，我们争取到很难得的独家专访的机会，我们将访问庞培欧，让他来谈谈赖清德政府的外交政策，以及今年11月的美国总统大选他的看法。
Mr. Secretary,
Hi, nice
I'm
to see you.
Annie Hu with Formosa TV.
Very nice to see
It's
you.
a pleasure to meet you. Please.
Very nice to see you.
I appreciate this special interview, and you look as determined and energetic as your book's title suggests.
Thank you. That's very kind.
Okay, Mr. Secretary, you're now here in Taiwan for the presidential inauguration, and you must have met President Lai. And what did you discuss with him?
Yeah, so I've had the chance to get to know him a little bit. I, of course, know the vice president even better, as she was your ambassador to the United States, so I've spent much time with her. I think they share a common vision for the people of Taiwan. I think they share a determination to deliver good outcomes. Just as this was a rigorous campaign, a hard-fought campaign, where they made promises to the people of Taiwan, I'm convinced that their sole focus, that the new president's sole focus, is to deliver on that for the Taiwanese people, and I have great confidence that he'll do that.
Do you have any advice for the President Lai?
Oh goodness, he doesn't need my advice.
Oh, really?
He knows exactly what's required for the people of Taiwan. My only wisdom to each leader that I encounter is to be true to the things you said you would do. Every day wake up thinking, like, what did I promise I would do? And try your best to deliver that. And when you do, there'll be tough days, there'll be rambunctious days, but good things will happen.
Taiwan's parliament has been chaotic lately, and our parliament is controlled by the opposition. Do you think that would affect the Lai administration?
Yeah, oh yes. No. Democracies are rambunctious places. Our legislature has been, I think you said chaotic, our legislature has been difficult too. Even during when I served in the legislative branch, it certainly was. I served in the legislative branch in America when President Obama was there, so the president from the other party. And it definitely shaped his capacity. It presented real challenges for him. And that's okay. That's what democracies do. They choose different people for different positions. I'm confident that this new president has been empowered to execute on his vision, and I'm confident he'll deliver good outcomes.
But now here comes a problem. That KMT and TPP control parliament. In that case, our President Lai, do you think still be able to continue the foreign policy of Tsai Ing-wen?
I do. I think so. Today in Washington, the Republicans control the House. President Biden controls the Senate and the White House, obviously. He executes his foreign policy. I am confident that your new president will be able to deliver the model that has kept Taiwan safe and free and prosperous for so many years. I have great confidence in that.
Can China use this situation in parliament to affect Taiwan's politics?
Oh, I don't think there's any doubt that the Chinese communism is intent on shaping the politics here. They're intent on shaping the politics in Niger, in Ukraine, in America, in Japan, all across the world. No, the Chinese Communist Party is making significant efforts to use not only their United Front propaganda campaigns, but whatever they can do to coerce legislatures all across the world. No, Taiwan ought not think itself unique in this risk. The Chinese Communist Party it must be confronted, and importantly, leaders like your new president and leaders who understand this threat from China need to speak unambiguously about that. And when they attempt to interfere in our political processes, we need to both call them out for it and do whatever we can to stop them.
Recently, the U.S. has shown strong support for Taiwan regarding UN Regulation 2758. It says that the regulation doesn't exclude Taiwan from participating in UN system. What are your thoughts on that?
Yes, Taiwan ought to be a member of the UN. It's that straightforward. And so I hope the Biden administration will take an even stronger position, not only saying that it's possible, but saying that it is necessary. It would be the right thing for the world. It would be the right thing for the people of Taiwan.
So you do agree that the U.S. government should recognize Taiwan as a sovereign nation?
Yes, absolutely. Yes, because I live it. When I come visit Taiwan, I experience it. It has its own rules. It has its own property rights. It has its own international trade agreements. It is behaving and acting as a sovereign nation, and so it ought to be treated as such.
Okay, but when will be the appropriate time to recognize Taiwan as a sovereign nation?
I think it's today.
Today?
Yeah, I think it was actually yesterday. I think it was some time ago. I think the reality of Taiwan as a free and independent sovereign nation ought to be acknowledged not only by the United States, but by the whole world.
In your assessment, what's the worst thing that could happen to Taiwan's security?
Oh my goodness, it would be that the Taiwanese people refuse to stand up and defend themselves, followed by the world not understanding how important it is that we get this right. That Taiwan is in fact a free independent, is that you can't reunify Taiwan with China because it was never part of it. And we need to recognize that and then put in place the pillars of ensuring that that never happens. And for me, this is important because it's not about what would you do if China invades. It is so much more than that. It is how is that you prevent the Chinese Communist Party from even contemplating destroying this place, taking away the sovereignty and decency of the Taiwanese people. That's the hard work. The hard work happens today. It doesn't happen the day that the Chinese Communist Party launches a flotilla across the strait. It happens today, and convincing Xi Jinping that the cost of bringing Taiwan under his control exceeds the benefits. And when he does that, then Taiwan will get its rightful place in the world.
If China attacked Taiwan, to what extent can U.S. help Taiwan?
Again, you speak about this as if it's inevitable. Our task is to make sure that that day never happens, that no one ever has to contemplate what do you do in that moment. That's the hard work. That's the place that we should plant our collective flags, and not just the United States and Taiwan. Japan, the Philippines, Australia, Singapore, all the nations who care about sovereignty and who will be next were Taiwan to fall. All of those nations must make sure we get that right. That's the question that is most important. In the event that Xi Jinping begins a physical attack on this place, I am very confident that the United States will respond. But it's difficult. It is a hard problem set, just as we see. Once you lose deterrence, and who knows that better than the Ukrainian people? Once you lose deterrence, once Vladimir Putin invades Europe and begins killing Ukrainian babies, it is very difficult to get back that deterrence that you lost. So the hard work has to be preparatory, not reactionary.
Okay. And the 2024 presidential election will be between Biden and Trump. Do you think the election result will affect U.S. policy on Taiwan?
Well, we can see the Biden administration's policies, and we know what President Trump did.
If Trump win the election...
When? I'm counting on it.
When?
I'm hoping. I'm working very diligently to help him be successful.
This year, by November?
I hope so. I hope in November President Trump is elected to his second term, yes.
Okay.
He may not be, but I'm hopeful that he will be. I think that's in the best interest of the American people deeply.
American people, seems everybody thinks that's a war between Biden and Trump. Are there any other candidate?
No, it will be President Trump or the Democrat candidate. Those will be the two. There's a third candidate. There's actually a couple other candidates that'll be on the ballot. But either the Republican or Democrat Party will win.
If Trump win the election and become president again, will you return to politics?
Oh, I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know. No, I don't know. I don't know who President Pick will choose to be around him as the folks who help him execute. I've said this before. Were he to choose me, I would be honored to help and do my best to help him achieve his objectives. But I don't know who he'll choose. I hope he chooses a team that understands the world the same way that I do.
Here, our media have often called you the most supportive Secretary of State for Taiwan. How do you feel about the title?
Oh, it's humbling to hear that. It makes me proud of the work that we did. Because supporting Taiwan is important. It's important for America. You know, we were pretty clear, right? We put America first, and putting America first requires us to be strong in the defense of Taiwan and the people of Taiwan. And so I've heard people say that before. I think they're very kind. I pray that whoever the American Secretary of State is comes to understand how important it is to get this right.
Based on your memoir, Never Give an Inch, you seem to be brave, capable and patriotic. And in your book, you mentioned about Xi Jinping is the most dangerous person in the world. Why is that?
Because as I was taught as a young cadet, when you look at another nation, you have to consider both their capacity and their intent. And the Chinese Communist Party has a big economy. They have a very capable military. They have a high-end space program, a high-end cyber program. They're very capable. And Xi Jinping has demonstrated his intention all around the world. In Sri Lanka, in Africa, he's demonstrated attention to gain political power in these places. That combination of capacity and intent makes him a very dangerous person.
Since you stepped down as Secretary of State, I noticed that you are keeping active. And now look, you successfully lost weight and look different from before, actually. And how did you do that?
Oh, goodness.
How did you make it?
I don't know that I've successfully lost the weight. This is a lifetime challenge. We'll see if I can manage to stay healthy. I did it by, taking care of myself, eating better, exercising a bit more. Nothing fancy.
Have you reached your weight goal?
I'm up and down. I feel good where I am today.
Since this is your third visit to Taiwan, can you share your deepest impression about Taiwan?
Boy, goodness, so many. First of all, it's a beautiful place. I'd never had the chance to travel outside of Taipei until my last trip and had a chance to see other parts of the island as well. There's still other places I would love to explore. But apart from its natural beauty and its economic importance, the people are just spectacular. They're so kind. They're so caring. They're so hardworking. They care about families. They care about their faith. These are the kinds of people that are the best of America, and I think the Taiwanese people and the American people share a lot of that.
Since your staff or friends are watching me, so I have to say I do appreciate this opportunity to have a conversation with you.
Thank you.
And wish you have a nice stay in Taiwan.
Thank you very much.
I need you to sign.
Yes, I'd be happy to. I don't have a marker. Do you have a marker? Yes. Okay. I will spell it correctly.